What's up, guys, and welcome. I'm Ash, one of the instructors for Chun Chun around the world, and today I'm joined by Master Leo Yeung, so master of Wing Chun, yeah, and several other martial arts.
Yes.
So you have joined us here this weekend as a friend and to show support for Grandmaster Sam Chin. And we would like to reciprocate that friendship. You know, one of the things that Sifu is interested in doing is some more community outreach and friendship building and opening, a door to people from all styles of martial arts in order to recognize and celebrate other masters.
That's great.
And so can you just tell us a little bit more about yourself and your martial arts?
Hi everyone, my name is Sifu Leo. I'm teaching Wing Chun in Central London. I also teach Tai Chi, Qigong, and Chinese kickboxing in Central London. So about myself, I've been doing some choreographer for the Yeung movie, and also I help Marvel Studio to teach the actor and actress in the TV show. So I'm really happy to come here, to have an interview and see you guys and share some experience with you guys.
So one thing that we would like to ask you about is, many people in modern society might feel that traditional martial arts are obsolete, but obviously, those of us who are still involved with traditional martial arts, we feel differently. So I was wondering what your thoughts were. What is your view on what is the value of traditional martial arts still for modern time?
Yes, I think at the end of the day, fighting is fighting, right? Chinese Kung Fu, we got our own, fighting system and application. So in terms of self-defense, I think it's still valid, right? But more than that is Chinese Kung Fu, we got the philosophy and culture. So what does this mean? We emphasize yin-yang balance. This is our Tao, and Buddhism, philosophy. So what does this mean is we learn about how our body occupy. For example, we have the yin channel and yang channel. We learn how to control our body, and then in order later we can control our mind. So if we're able to control our mind, this means we can start to change our life because everything starts from our minds and the thinking as well. But also, the yin-yang balance concept, I think it can apply to a lot of different situations in the modern life situation. For example, for our health, for example, our work-life balance, a lot of things I think is related. So we can start to train our body first, and then we educate our mind and extend to as a lifestyle. So, I think Chinese Kung Fu, the valid point is you will learn self-defense, and you will understand about your body, and for extent, you're able to have a yin-yang balanced lifestyle for have a happier life.
Yeah, I think that's what we all want to be, happy, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, can I ask you a little bit more about your work on the
Yes,
Yeung
of
films?
course,
How did you get involved with that, and what was your experience with that?
So basically, I know, the filming crew, the production team, so the investor, they want to portray some authentic Wing Chun movement, right? So because since, about 20 years ago, there's one or two, famous Wing Chun film, from Sammo Hung. So they portray, the style of Wing Chun. And then since then, there's not many, right? So our mission, or our objective is how to show a bit more authentic, Wing Chun style on the big screen because, to bring the memory back, if you like, and because more and more people doing Wing Chun, I think it's worth, to show people a bit more. So this is why they want a Wing Chun choreographer, or technician to go there to help them to train the artists and the actors, to give them the insight of actually how to apply Wing Chun in real life situation. But also, we have to get a balance for the movie as well. So it would be good to have some experienced Wing Chun practitioner to give that, idea to the fight choreographer and also the fight director in the movie to make the movie look more real and authentic. So this is basically my role and involvement.
Okay, that's very cool. And if I can just ask you a follow-up question on that. You mentioned about the difference between having it look like a real fight and having to balance for what you can see on film. In your opinion, what is the biggest difference between like real martial arts and movie martial arts?
Yes. For example, I think all the martial arts people understand if you use your martial art in a real life situation, you want as little movement as possible. Because, for example, you do a punch, you wouldn't do it like this, you probably do it like this, like in a short range, right? Because you don't want to telegraph, to the people, you're going to punch them. But in movie, it's different. You want to show the power, right? You want to extend the movement bigger, So, you want to have a big punch, big kick, to show the power and sometimes the speed as well, So they may make the camera a bit faster, to show the speed, And so in terms of choreographer, we want a more obvious big movement to show, For example, another extreme is, imagine, if you're in a fight, you cover your face, isn't it, right? But in the movie, you never see people cover their face because, the actor and actress, they have to show their expression in their face, right? So all this stuff is different, and you have to direct the fight for longer. In real life, you want the fight finish as quick as possible. But, if you finish in 2 seconds, then the movie, another, 130 minutes, what do the people do, right? Yeah. So we have to direct the fight scene a bit longer to make it, and also have a story background as well. We have to design the fight, for example, the bad guy beating up the good guy, and how to follow the story, and to portray, what is good guy, what is bad guy, why this guy doing that, why the bad guy doing that, to create, the conflict. So this is a bit different, to just a normal self-defense fight.
Okay, very cool. And on that note, would you be kind enough to demonstrate some of your Wing Chun for us?
Yes,
with your student.
Yes, of course, I can demonstrate some basic principle. Yeah. First thing first, I think all the martial art is about yin-yang balance, right? So actually, the balance is one of our primary things. So this will show you a little bit about what is the balance do with the power generation. For example, if Andrew come here, give me a strong arm, right? Yeah, that's it. This is your strong arm. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So in here, right, he can push me because he got the root. He got the power from the ground and push me. So the balance is, if I have the balance, then he cannot generate the power. So, for example, when he try to apply the pressure, for example, he lower yourself, yeah, he try to lower himself from the ground and push from the back leg, push me, right? So now he got a lot of power from the ground, push me, come on, push me, yeah? So this, he doing the action and reaction on his foot and create power to me. So if I'm able to take his root out, right, then he loses his balance. What does it mean is even he loses his balance a little bit, he cannot generate power to attack me, right? So in Chinese Kung Fu is how we understand the yin-yang balance concept. He gives me the power, this is yang. Then if I can use the yin and then to get into the ground, I connect this energy into the ground, and then I can use the rebounds. So to lock him off the balance, right? So we can try this, for example, give me 2 hands, right? Just to show you the balance. 1 leg forward, 1 leg backward, please. Yep, okay. So in here, when he pushed me, come on, push me, yep. Right? He got quite a lot of power from the ground because he pushed it from the ground. So this is action and reaction on my body. But if I have the balance, if he haven't got the balance, right? At the end of the day is who have the neutral, right? So if I'm able to neutralize my body, right? For example, do slowly, right? If he push me, now I don't have my balance because I lock off, right? So in here, I push, I'm leaning forward, right? This is not right as well because I try to fight force against force. But if I transfer the energy, remember the energy he gave me into the ground, then I can use the ground to bounce off to him. Then I can lock his balance off. This is number 1 thing I need to do because he's bigger than me, stronger than me. So in here, right? So I can even use 2 fingers here, 2 fingers here. Right, to show you, actually, I'm dealing with the energy, I'm not dealing with the strength. He pushed me, relax it. Now, that's it. So basically, this is what it's about, right? So this is to show you, to portray you in terms of principle underneath, what Chinese Kung Fu about, how to use yin-yang balance to fight a big opponent, right? In terms of hand technique, right? For example, we can have, he give me a punch, right? I lock it off outside my shoulder, same as other martial art, and then I can come in, right? So, but at the same time, I have to take off his balance. If not, he will fight me, hold a fist, right? There's no, if you hold balance, right? There's no chance I will able to fight this guy because he's bigger than me. But if I take off his balance first, then now I go in, it's another ball game because I'm fighting a weaker person rather than fighting a full power person, right? So for me to understand Chinese Kung Fu is you have to understand the yin-yang balance. The reason is because you want to manipulate the person's balance in order to win the battle. I think this is quite you need in Chinese Kung Fu compared to other martial arts, right? So this is why we always emphasize not force against force. So in terms of hand movement, Wing Chun is about how to protect your center line. For example, give me a punch, right? Now, this is, I protect my center line, I create the angle for me to strike, right? And then I can attack the leg or etc., etc. So for example, if we step in, punch and step back here, yeah. Now, this also closing the gap as well, right? So this is all is the Wing Chun approach. We want to fight the opponent. We don't want to fight in a long distance. We want to fight in a close distance. So how to close the distance is by when he push me, I move away. Then now I can come in. I can do takedown. I can do whatever I want in this position. So just demonstrate a little bit about the Wing Chun principle and Wing Chun technique and how to apply the Yin Yang principle in action, if you like.
That was very cool and very interesting for me to see, and I'm very grateful. And so we're glad that you could join us here this week. If people would like to find out more about you and what you've been involved in, where can they find you?
I'm in Central London, and I got a website, www.chinesekungfu.co.uk, and also I got Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, same as everyone. So they will have no problem to find me.
What's your Instagram handle?
Instagram handle is London Wing Chun.
Okay, great. And then, of course, if you would like to find out more about Zhongchen Dao Yili Chun, you can always find us at yilichun.com on the web. Master Leo, thanks again for joining us, and it's been a lot of fun. It was great to meet you.
Okay, see you later, guys.
Thank you very much.